Thank you, Liat and OurCrowd. Super excited to be here today. Good morning. What a great way to spend the day with a tremendous group of people in a session that's called Saving the Planet. What can be more exciting than that? I know all of you are here today because you believe in startups and in innovation, and they can have a key role to play in the global economy. We share that vision, the vision of global prosperity, but without the production of emissions. My name is Christina Karapataki. I'm a partner at Breakthrough Energy Ventures. And BEV is a $2 billion fund that invests in companies that can accelerate our transition to the clean energy economy and reduce the disastrous impacts of climate change. We started investing in 2017, and we have over 100 investments in our portfolio. BEV was founded by Bill Gates, and we're supported by top business leaders that have the risk tolerance, the resources, and the patience to invest in climate technologies. We're early-stage investors. We're comfortable taking technical risk, and we like to invest early. We go all the way from seed to Series A, Series B, Series C companies. And we're looking for true breakthroughs that can have a large impact in terms of reducing greenhouse gas emissions. We're comfortable taking technical risk, and we have a technical team internally to help us evaluate, as long as a lot of founders and CEOs that have the scars themselves and can help our portfolio companies build world-changing companies. So how do we invest? What are we looking at? We have 5 grand challenges that we spend our time evaluating. And we think all of them are large contributors of greenhouse gas emissions. First up, we have buildings. That affects how we live. Buildings emit emissions in 2 ways. First, in how they're built, the cement, the iron, and the steel that we're using. And second, in how they're used, the heating and the air conditioning going on around us. We want to address both of those. Next up, transportation. That affects how we get around. We're going to need to fundamentally change how we move people and goods, whether that's by trains, planes, cars, or ships. Agriculture affects how we grow things. About half of the agriculture emission come from livestock today. So the livestock that we grow for meat and dairy. The other half is in the soil itself, soil carbon, and also in the fertilizer that we use to grow crops. Going up the chain, electricity. That affects how we power things. We're using more wind and solar than ever before. But if we want to decarbonize the grid, we need to develop low-cost, dispatchable energy solutions and energy storage solutions. If we want to get to net zero, we need to grow the grid by 4 times. That's 400% increase by 2050. A ton of work to be done. And lastly, but certainly not least, manufacturing. That's how we make things. Cement in our buildings, steel in your appliances, the clothes that we wear, the plastic in the devices that you're holding right now. That accounts for about 1/3 of global emissions today. So we're spending a lot of attention on manufacturing, and that's exactly what got us to invest in companies like H2Pro that decarbonizes hydrogen production. And we're going to have them momentarily on stage to talk to you about that. This is a snapshot of our portfolio. We strive to build strong syndicates. For every dollar that BEV invests, we raise multiple dollars in co-investment. And we feel very fortunate to have collaborated and to continue to co-invest with OurCrowd. We currently have 4 co-investments that span the range of geothermal, energy storage, hydrogen, HVAC, and cement. And we have a new investment coming up in energy storage. So as I mentioned at the very beginning, BEV started investing in 2017, and we have 100 investments in the portfolio. So you might ask, are we done? We're not even close to be done. We're just getting started. Hopefully I gave you a glimpse of how we want to get to a net zero emissions future, how we view investing in that sector, and how excited we are about the magnitude of the opportunity. So with that, thank you, and I look forward to networking with you today.
Christina, I believe our first co-investment was Enverit, that works on sustainable indoor air quality.
Absolutely. So I was here 3 years ago, last time we had the OurCrowd conference, and I was here with the CEO of Enverit. We met with Ron Stern and with John, and about a month later, we were able to close that investment. So I saw firsthand how this conference works and the power of this. So excited to be back.
Thank you. And recently, Christina invited us to invest in 2 of her portfolio companies, in Terra CO2, that does green cement, and in Quinnet Energy, which I mentioned earlier. We also co-investors in Dandelion Energy, which works on geothermal heating and cooling system, as well as on H2 Pro, green hydrogen company. And I'm looking forward to doing many more co-investment with you.
Same here. Excellent.